exciting.
The app is free. Download it tonight. They're taking comics in new directions and hopefully making it even more of a populist kind of thing once the tool gets out there. So I just want to thank you all for being here, and I want to turn it over to Liam for an announcement or two, and then I'll have one for you as well. So take it away, Liam.
Yeah. Not as natural as it is. Just tell me if you can't hear me, and I'll try and shout.
Use the Shakespeare voice.
Use the Shakespeare voice.
You're looking so thin.
Come up and on, my speech. We're all ready to go.
Liquid courage.
First off, big thanks to Joe for hosting this event.
We have blog posts for this week.
Yeah. Let's go. So we're really delighted to be here. Joe and I talked about this a while ago, but what's lovely about this is it kind of signals this symbiotic relationship between what goes on in our realm, which is the digital realm, and what happens here, which is on the ground and is reading in shops and in the hands of everybody who really enjoys comics. And the truth is, people were worried about that, but we've sort of really felt that whatever we do, whatever helps to get people reading again, is only going to help the industry in general. So anything that kind of is comics or comics related can only kind of drive new readers to these kind of places, which is a big aim, because what we're all about is reading. And Madefire, for anyone who's not come across us before, is a concept that began in a pub about 3 years ago between me and Ben Walston, who's sadly not here. He's our CEO, and he's really sorry to be not here. He's in New York. He had a last-minute meeting. But yeah, we met over a few too many beers, and after 5 or 6 too many, we came up with this ridiculous concept. And in the morning, when we had breakfast, it still sounded like a good idea. So we thought, okay, it's something worth exploring here. So again, when we looked at the sort of digital realm, we were pretty sure that there was stuff that was being missed and wasn't being fully explored in the digital space. They either sort of treated it like a PDF, like a comic, like basically a piece of paper, or they went too far and they created a kind of animation. So it was sort of between a pillar and a post, really. And there clearly needed to be something that was about reading, that was a tactile, tangible, interactive thing, and that kind of bridged the gap a bit more. It wasn't shitty animation, really. That's Jeff, that's my son, who always tells me.
Does he get $1 for everyone?
Yeah, thank you.
Any comic you want, Joe.
$500 one up there.
1939.
So the advent, basically, the advent of the iPad, which came along pretty much on the tail of the conversation that I initially had with Ben, was a kind of really clear signal that this was a perfect platform. But we still had a problem of winning over not only the public, of whom I'm one, the comic readers, for whom the sort of the pamphlet and the printed matter is really sacred. To paraphrase Douglas Adams, we kind of had to show that you mustn't mistake the dinner for the plate. So we also had to show that we weren't a threat to comics, and that we love comics. So that was a big part of the mission. And we weren't kind of predatory digital monsters intent on sort of destroying comics or printing paper and all of that. We all came from it. So the other thing is we're kind of a different medium too. We're another route into comics, and it's a whole new medium, and that was exciting. So we thought we could be good for comics in general, and we just kind of needed a chance to prove it. So we've been really lucky. We've had some wonderful backers. True Ventures were the people who really got behind this. And they introduced us to Eugene, the guy with the magnificent moustache over there. It's been dubbed Eugene's browser-based tool, which is... we love Eugene's tool for making... this is... he says he doesn't like it when I bring that up, but he loves it. Eugene's browser-based tool, is admired by many of us, particularly at Madefire. So we met Eugene, and that kind of created a triumvirate between myself, Ben Walston-Home, who is a big innovator in the branding world, and the three of us were this triumvirate, and along with him came Graves, who's the glue. He's our operations manager and really pulls it all together. And between the four of us, I heard it said at the New York convention that we are the Beatles of digital comics. I'd have preferred the Led Zeppelin.
We'll take it.
Wow.
So yeah, we're
Who's McCartney and who's Lennon?
So the thing is, between the four of us, very early on, we were in San Francisco and we sat down sort of chasing this preposterous dream. And it really was digital storytelling with words and pictures and sound that was still reading. I mean, really key to it is reading. It wasn't about watching, it was about reading, something you interact with. So the next step then was to bring legends to print, and people that we all could trust, especially comics people. And we were really lucky to have Dave Gibbons, thankfully, he was a friend of mine for a long time, and we talked to him in San Diego. He got it immediately. He was thinking the same thing. So Dave came on board, and he pretty much coined the term, we're looking for a new grammar for this digital story space. So Dave came on, and that was fantastic. And since him, we just had the most incredible lineup. I don't know how many of you checked the apps, but anyone who knows their stuff will know these names. You know, we've had Bill Sinkovich, Mike Carey, Chris Braithwaite, Brian Bolland, Steve Niles, Ben Templesmith, Mark Texiera, Robbie Morrison, Simon Disley, Gary Gianni, Greg Staples. You know, there's more, and it's a hell of a lineup. And we were so privileged to get all of those guys, but they got it, and they came on board and they took the comp with us. And I think that's been great for signalling that message like, right across the industry, that we're serious about it. And these are all people known for their print work, for decades of print work, like 30, 40 years of print work in some cases, 50 in Dave Gibbons' case. It's getting on a bit.
Doesn't get appreciated.
But you know, really top talent, and we've also been really lucky to have created some new stars in this medium that we're working in. Kinman Chan, sorry, I don't know if he's here tonight. I don't think he's turned up, but Kinman just did this amazing stuff that really blew open the kind of storytelling genre. It was him more than anybody else who really kind of signalled to us that we didn't have to go top left to bottom right. Left to right across the panels, and that it was time-based. He just had a new thought process for it. And I think if we hadn't been lucky enough to get him at the beginning, it would have been a much more linear and probably a little bit more boring process. So it was great to meet Kinman. But also, the other new star of our medium is Ben Walston-Home, who's not here tonight, whose first book ever, literally ever, and you should check it out, it's quite astonishing, Mono. It really looks set to be a classic of this new medium. I'm convinced that it is. I'm sorry he's not here to share it with us, but I think he's just doing astonishing work, and he's our CEO, and he's just ridiculous. So you can pay me for that later. He owes me. So a year on, we've got the best rated story app in the App Store, which is pretty astonishing, really. We didn't expect that. I think we thought we'd maybe be 3-star at the best. And it was a big step, and it was early on in the acceptance of this medium into comics. So it was, you know, for us to constantly see this 5-star rating again and again. It's just extraordinary. We've got tons of creators lining up. But most importantly, I think, and as somebody who comes from the print medium, we've found an audience with people who don't read comics as well as those that do. And if you want to check that out, just go in the app and just read the reviews, because a good third of them are people who've never read comics. So for me, that is like really remarkable. And it also means that they're finding a medium that they didn't know was there. And they've got the potential from that to find this print, and to really embrace the whole medium, which is great, and it all feeds back. So that was really exciting. We proved our case, and I was, I'm very honoured and delighted to have done that. So if you haven't seen a Madefire book, there's a few of them scattered around. Please check them out, and also tell everybody. Spread the word.
The app is free. Download it tonight.
At the moment it's all on iOS, but there's lots of big news coming. I'm not sure what I can or can't say. So on the website. Seriously, in a few weeks. And it's just fantastic to be here in the land of pioneers, being a pioneer, and again. Thanks to everybody. Drink beer, eat pizza, enjoy comics.
Yeah! Woo! Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you, Liam. Thank you, everybody, for being here. The announcement that I want to make tonight, we're having our 25th anniversary all year long. We're doing special events like this one. We have free comic book day guests coming up that'll be on the website. I think actually starting tonight, the announcements start rolling out about who we're going to have. One of the guests that I think has hit online during this party is James Robinson, who's we've been hanging out with at the Madefire Storynights over the last few months. And James approached me and said he wanted to be at the birthplace of Free Comic Book Day. So he's the first guest we're announcing, but there are an additional 5 or 6, I think, that are coming soon.
Can I just say as well, sorry, last thing, we've got all our engineering team here as well.
Oh yeah.
They're real behind-the-scenes stars and couldn't exist without them. So.
Like Joe,
production manager, Dan, and Ross, and Ben Abernathy from One Storm, our star.
Yeah! Woo! Okay, everyone who works at Madefire, throw up your hand.
I'll throw up a beer.
Jeff, of course, is our youngest marketing.
Yes, I'm already raising a hand. I forgot about that.
We're publishing a book. Actually, this year we're publishing a book and a comic book. The comic book will be a 25th anniversary celebration of what we do here that follows our 10th and our 20th. I was crazy enough to be talked into doing one on the 5-year rather than waiting another 10 years to do it. But the book we're publishing is will be out in July and probably debut at Comic-Con. One of our local cartoonists who's done so much work for us over the years, Jeff Bonnevert, is finally going to get his own art book. The announcement is coming from the publisher soon, but I wanted to share that with you tonight. And of course, we'll be doing some events with that as it comes out in July. Woo! Yeah.
Woo!
I just want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you to the Madefire crew, and if you haven't downloaded the app, do it when you get home. Yeah.
Pins here as well. Wear it with pride. You've got tons.
Oh, and there's more pizza and beer too.
Yeah.
Just the guy
It's like a kitchen.